Hey everyone, long time since Paloma's been on. She's got a few things to discuss. I don't know that much about it yet, but she's going to tell us all about it. Paloma, welcome back. Long time
Hi,
no see.
everyone. I know. So I wanted today to, this is going to be mainly political because it all started for me when I got involved in politics. I've never had these sort of experiences before, and today I'm trying to share some pictures with you guys and some footage. But what I wanted to share with all of you is the attacks that a lot of times we face as either political activists, political candidates, which is what I've been. I started as a political activist back in 2016, actually 2015, when President Trump originally came down that escalator that infamous day in New York City, right? And then I started getting more involved by 2016, 2017. By 2018, I had already been approached by a woman that now is been trying everything within her power to get into places that, in my opinion, she doesn't belong, by the name of Bianca Gracia, and whom, honestly, in my opinion, hasn't really done anything for the party. I remember being recruited by her for her for actually an organization that had already started by the name of Latinos for Trump. For those of you who are familiar with Latinos for Trump,
Mhm.
not the one founded by President Trump and his campaign, but by the one that was founded by Marco Gutierrez. For those of you who know who that is, and anyhow, so I got involved first with Marco, who is the original founder of Latinos for Trump, no matter what anybody says. He was a very grassroots, very real, very real activist with very real views, very real points of view. And because of that, he drew a lot of attention. And because he drew a lot of attention, that's how I saw him. I think I saw him on one of the many platforms, or one of the many pages back then on Facebook. I do believe that social media had a huge, huge influence and huge impact as far as President Trump winning the election in 2016, where I was highly involved, right? Anyway, and so I met Marco, which who was the original founder of Latinos for Trump, not Bianca. She was not the original founder, and I got involved. Anyway, long story short, by 2018, I had already been through what it means to be in politics, which is a big deal because, as you guys have seen with President Trump, getting involved in politics is a
You're one of
very
his biggest supporters.
I've been one of his biggest supporters, but I got to tell you guys that it's a very controversial, very risky thing to get involved in
Well,
politics
just where
because,
you live and where you've been. Hi, John.
yeah, and not only that, but what happens is as soon as you get involved in politics, you be immediately become the victim. And I do honestly hate to call myself the victim.
Well, they call
But
you racist and all that to start with,
yeah,
right?
you start becoming a target. Let's just say a target,
Hmm.
to try to avoid using the word victim, even though legally that's what the word that is used.
Become a
Um,
victim when they attack you.
you do, and then also you become sort of a target when it comes to people whom
Uh,
sometimes you don't
Gregory, just
know.
watch for now. If you want to pop in a little later, maybe I'll add you. Okay. I'm talking to someone in chat thing. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
sometimes what happens is if you become sort of the target of people who are completely strangers to you.
Hmm.
And so that's what happened to me. It started when I first got involved with Bianca, right?
Hmm.
And she wanted me to do things for her as far as hold events or go places and document things that were going on because I didn't know that she was. I mean, I knew she
I
was
remember you
planning.
traveled a lot for that.
I traveled a lot on basically on my own money. Never got a dime from her, and I didn't get one dime from her ever. Right? Turns out that years later, this woman has been collecting hundreds of thousands of dollars
Oh,
from the work of people like me and others. And as far as me, never gave me one dime. So, but the thing that she did do is she left me with a very bad inheritance, which was a person she introduced me to, whom you are familiar with by the name of Mary, and the reason why she introduced us was because she wanted me to promote her organization in the city of San Diego. For those of you who remember Dinesh D'Souza or who know
hmm
Dinesh D'Souza's work,
I know who it
he
is.
had a movie of he had just released a movie, and so Bianca wanted me to do a premiere for the movie,
Cool.
basically hosted by Latinos for Trump, her organization, but she didn't want to pay anything. She didn't pay. I mean, the most she did, I believe, was hire the what do you call it, the movie theater, because she was selling tickets. So it's like you better at least pay for the movie theater, right? For the renting of the venue. But I
Okay.
basically paid for everything else. And so anyway, so what that brings me to is that a lot of times you get introduced to people in this field or through this involvement in politics that you may not know, you may not be involved with, and so or that be familiar with, but because you're supposed to have the political party in common, a lot of times you say, "Oh well, we're all friends," and so you say, "I okay, that's fine. I'll work with you." And so that's how I started working that day with Mary, which was one of the biggest mistakes. And I don't want to say mistake because it wasn't necessarily a mistake. I was just sort of following the direction of a woman who later stated to me that I think it was on July 8th, 2018, that she was going to make a lot of money from this movement. And this woman her name is Bianca Gracia. She told me she was going to make as much money as she could from the movement. And I was completely sort of new to the politics of politics, to the economics of politics. I didn't know about PACs. I didn't know about um, you know fundraising, any of that stuff. To me, it was just getting involved and going out there and speaking up
hmm
and trying to get people to try to influence people to vote.
Is
Basically,
that
right? I
before
was
or
there.
after you're doing the stuff on the border?
This was right before. It was a few months before.
Okay.
So anyway, long story short, as soon as I realized that um, this woman was basically using me because that's what she was doing, what I did was I kind of went on my own because she said you're going to be my correspondent, and I said no, I'm not going to be your correspondent because I'm not anybody's correspondent. I'm an influencer. I want to speak up. I'm not going to be doing news for you. Like that's what she wanted me to do. Sorry, I started touching my eye and it got really bad. So anyway, I went
They're
on my own,
spraying the
right?
skies right now.
What?
They're spraying the
I
skies
get
right now.
get really really bad
That
bad
soot is
allergies.
from volcanoes type stuff.
Oh really? Yeah, I
Yeah,
get
that's what they're
really
spraying the
bad
skies with.
allergies. So anyway, I remember she wanted me to be her correspondent, and I said no. I'm not like a news anchor or anything, or like a news
So some are
one of
saying
those
they can't
people.
see the top of your face. You got to aim up a little
I
higher.
It's because I'm wiping my eye.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
literally I'm hold on
Okay.
1 second. Let me get one of these little towels to get to.
Okay. I
And
hate
so
when it
anyway,
happens.
yeah, and so it hasn't happened to me recently. It's probably because we're going on this video. They don't want to be talking about. So anyway,
I
long
jinxed
story
you.
short, she introduced me to a woman named Mary. Okay, listen to this.
Yeah.
This is where it gets interesting, and this is where it's going to get into the political aspect of it.
hmm
So, I did do the premiere with Mary. We had a very successful premiere.
Oh,
We
good.
got a lot of people to show up. We premiered the Dinesh D'Souza movie in San Diego, California. Mary there introduced me to a woman named Amy, I
Oh
didn't know who
yeah,
Amy
that
was.
didn't turn out good.
Yeah, that didn't turn out good. And so anyway, long story short, I broke off with Bianca. I said, I'm not your correspondent. I'm gonna do my thing. I really have my own point of view. I'm not a like I said, a journalist or anything like that. I'm not gonna be interviewing people. I want to be speaking up about my views, right? Anyway, long story short, a few months later, I open up my camera one day. I'm on my way home to my where I keep my dogs in Tijuana, Mexico, and I somebody calls me and they tell me there's a huge protest, whatever you want to call it, going on at the border because of the illegal immigration. And so they said, "Why don't you come here? Because this is something that you'd be really interested in." It was in November of I think it was November of 2018, and they said you really got to head out here because this is
Was
they're
that
trying
when
to stop.
the Mexicans were trying to stop a lot of those other illegals from coming in? It was
Yes,
the
yes,
Mexican people trying to stop them.
correct. It was in Playas at Tijuana, right, which was
Hmm.
about a
What
40-minute drive. And I remember saying, "Oh my God, I cannot believe this is happening. This is exactly what I've been fighting against. Like all these thousands of illegals taking over our cities, coming in, and then
it was a
crossing
dangerous
illegally."
situation for you.
It was really dangerous because there were thousands of them and more coming in, and there were
Bus after
about
bus,
300 of
yeah.
us. Yeah. So anyway, I long story short, I head out there, and as soon as I get out of the car, I open up my video and I just start filming what's going on. But again, not just filming, but also giving my point of view. So
Commentary, yeah.
yeah, so because I started giving my point of view, um, I got the attention of one of the very, very, very well known reporters out here, whose name I forget right now, but he had millions of followers, right?
Hmm.
And he didn't like me because
Mm.
of I was pro Trump, obviously, on the Mexico side, and I was in high heels. I had these beautiful little Ralph Lauren high heels on, just
Well, you need
brown.
high heels. You're a short person.
Yeah, I'm short. I'm 5'2". And so I had these cute little, cute, not little, but cute brown leather Ralph Lauren heels on, and he just lost his mind. He did this huge Alfredo was his name. I
Oh, okay.
remember
Now I
Alfredo
remember. Yeah.
Alvarez, and yeah, he was big on covering but he was a reporter. He was an actual reporter. I was not. I was just an activist and a citizen talking about my views, right? And I was very much involved in politics. He was supposed to be more neutral than anything, but they're never neutral, especially on the left. They're never neutral, right?
No.
And so anyway, so he featured me on one of his platforms for being a pro-Trump.
He called you a
Um,
racist or something.
he called me a racist. You guys know the entire everything,
Yeah.
right? The whole rap.
That's
So
not
I
that.
said,
That's not that couple that were doing that show all the time. That woman, and they were taking a lot of
no,
money
no,
from people too.
no,
Okay.
no, this is an educate. Well, this is an educated guy from Tijuana or from
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know where he's from, but he lived and worked in Tijuana. Anyway, so I said, "Wow, that this guy just got me a lot of views." I mean, the next day I had thousands of people coming to my page. And then Ben Bergquam, for those of you who know who Ben Bergquam is, he also started sharing me because of the work I was doing at the border because that's where it started. And then
Hmm.
at the protest I met more people, and through
Used to do some
the
videos
everyone
together.
we did, and because people were sharing me, I was getting more and more views. And so what happened was that um I um I said, I'm going to use my voice now that I'm being seen by more people. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out there and I'm going to gather people. We're going to stop this from happening. We are going to get together and we're going to demand from the government that they stop all these people coming in from Honduras and from Guatemala and from South America. And us citizens of Tijuana here are going to stop it before
Even
America
gets
even
to
has to deal with
America,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly, which is just down the street from us, right?
Stopping
So,
them from coming
uh,
into Mexico. Because you went to
yeah,
the southern Mexican border
I
too, as
went to the
well.
southern border as well at some point. I was very much involved there too.
Hi, Colin.
And so, huh?
I was saying hi to some people. Some from
Oh,
England have popped in. Say hi to those from England and Scotland.
so At that point, what was I saying? So that guy
Yeah,
featured
the
me, and
southern
then
border. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, and suddenly Alex Jones people reach out to me, and they came out. They started putting me on Infowars, and then I had a call from Fox News, and then I had a call from CNN, and then I had a call from Univision, and then I had a call from
Was it
Telemundo, and
Laura
every
Ingram you were on the show?
Laura Ingraham. Yeah, I was on with one of the ICE agents, who is still one of the top ICE agents in America right
Mhm.
now. And so anyway, so because I started going very viral, people such as Bianca, the one that I mentioned I originally started working with, she was not happy because she was not viral in any way. And suddenly I started being seen by a lot of people, and they didn't like it.
Mhm.
And neither did Mary, who I did the premiere with.
Mhm.
Now, Amy, the one that Mary introduced me to, this
She
sounds
was
like a
trying to
soap opera.
go her own YouTube channel, trying to get
Yeah,
famous too.
she was. But not only that, but she claimed that I had stolen a Laura Ingraham interview from her, which was completely false, because the way I got the interview was because I um I was checking my Twitter at the time, which wasn't X yet, it was Twitter, and
Mhm.
suddenly I get a message from some Melissa woman or something, and
Mhm.
she said, we're doing segment today on what's going on at the border, and we want to have you on as a guest. And I said, it was really, I remember it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and they said, but you have to be in downtown San Diego by like 6 o'clock. Can you make it? And I was somewhere in downtown in San Diego, and I said, yeah, that's fine, I can make it, because I was already on the San Diego side. And because as you guys know, I'm an American citizen and also a Mexican
Mhm.
citizen. So they said, we're gonna send a limo for you to pick you up at like 5 something, and bring you into the studio in downtown San Diego and get you ready and whatever. So they did. They sent a limo to pick me up, and
Must be nice.
yeah, they have a studio. They have a small, tiny studio where they do their segments out of San Diego and in downtown. And so I was there for a couple hours. I did the interview with Laura Ingraham and Art Del Cueto, who is a pretty well known ICE agent. He's the VP of Border Patrol Council all over America. So he was on the show, and so was I. Anyway, after that, oh my gosh, that's when the attacks started. But before that, I had already had some man that was completely obsessed, also attacking me and trying to get the other woman, Bianca, to get me out of her organization. I mean, this is where I'm getting to. As soon as you start getting politically involved, as soon as you start getting any sort of viral views or publicly known,
Right.
the attacks begin. And it's really
Didn't
awful
that
because
kind of happen a lot when you caught ABC doing the fake border crossing thing with
yeah,
the
yeah, because
family?
here's the thing, I
You
was
caught
catching
ABC in that.
yeah, I was catching really
It was all
really
staged.
it was all staged. I was catching really real like controversial things, such as the news aiding and abetting illegals and crossing the border over that
Yeah, the
wall when
whole family thing, which a lot of them
yeah.
aren't even their own kids
Oh,
and all
all
that.
of that, and I was exposing it all. So the news didn't like me already, because here, let me tell you what the San Diego Tribune quoted me or credited me with, and it's actually on a newspaper somewhere. They said that it was because of me in 2019 that the entire mainstream media actually came out here, because here's what
Mhm.
happened. It all
You
started
reported
because
enough, it forces them to do something.
exactly. I made one video, just one
Well,
video,
then they
right?
tried to make it about some little family that was trying to get
Oh,
across the
yeah, they
border.
claimed that I was
With the
harassing them.
they
They
drove
even
them
brought
up there in their own vehicle and everything, brought them to the border.
they even featured me on New York Times claiming that I was harassing the family, and then they
Yeah.
retracted
Well, didn't that one guy try to attack you while you were trying to film it and all that? One of
yeah.
the reporters.
Oh, yeah, I had so many physical attacks out here. I've had so many physical attacks. But then they called me an instigator and all that stuff. It's and a
Right,
lot of
right.
times, a lot of times as activists, we can fall into the, getting into that like um almost into that mode, but you got to be careful, because at the end of the day, I don't think it's worth it to lose respect or credibility, which I think I mean, I don't know how many of you will agree with me, but this guy, was it his name Jake? That
Hmm.
was burning the Quran and all that stuff. And
Hmm.
I mean, more than anything, what I feel is that it was really risky for him. I mean, I know he has, um, in his mind, a justifiable reason. I know that a lot of people are obviously against, radical religions, and I mean, I agree with that. Even though I don't think everyone is radical, and I think that that
Well, it's a
there's a
different
reason.
culture too to be bringing to America.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It's really
Now
weird.
that's happening a lot in Mexico. Isn't there a lot of Islam coming into Mexico?
Yeah, and let me tell you, it's really weird when I see people praying on the street in New York. And I
Well,
literally,
that's as a demonstration of power. Actually, they could do it in the mosque.
yeah, I no, because they're supposed to do it like 4 times a day or something. They're supposed to pray 4 times a day.
The Sunni and one's 4 times a day, one's five. Depends on
Oh,
which version you are of it. And they fight each other. They kill each other.
so do you guys know that I've spent a lot of time in New York. I'm a New Yorker, right? And so just
Pennsylvania, New York, yeah.
Pennsylvania, New York. So I was leaving a pizza shop just last month, and I tried to open the door, and I couldn't open the door, and I was like, what's going on? There was a guy literally on his knees,
Marking the
no
territory.
shoes,
You're right.
praying, and I was like, oh my God, like because I've seen it at my school. You guys know that I go to school in New York, and so I've seen people in the hallway, and which is
Well, you,
weird,
you got some new audience here too. Okay.
Oh,
I've
okay.
expanded out into some other places.
Oh, that's great. So, I mean, it's already strange to me, and I don't mind people praying, because at the end of the day, America is supposed to have freedom of religion. That's one of our constitutional rights, if we're going to be honest. But anyway, a lot of people, a lot of people see the radical side of Muslims, and so a lot of people are against it. And so, but where I'm going with him, with this Jake guy, is that I mean, he's lucky he got out alive because they could have really, honestly, they could have murdered him. If they started kicking him enough in the head, they were going to give him enough head trauma to where he could possibly die from it, you know?
Antifa's that bad too. I tell you, I'd seen a
Yeah,
video
yeah,
today.
exactly.
People trying to
And
film them.
they're all masked. How the hell are you going to even identify them later if there is a criminal trial? If the guy would have gotten killed, thankfully, the black guy that pulled him out of there, had the heart to do that because I've been in those situations. It happened to me here in Tijuana because that deported drug trafficker was so jealous of me doing the reports at the border and the
What was
and my
that protest at the border? You were getting attacked by them, and the cops kind of helped you, but not really, or something like that. I forget where
no,
that
that
was.
wasn't San Diego. No, that wasn't San Diego.
Yeah, it was
I
near the
actually,
border, but it was on the American side.
let me
And
tell you what
leftists attacked you.
yeah, let me tell you what happened on the Mexico side. So I
Okay.
go out to one of the migrant camps. I don't know if you remember this, and
Oh yeah.
it's
There
on
were slum holes too. Those
yeah,
bases too, and they had all the green hats people in there.
yeah, it's on the American Up Facebook page for you to watch it if you guys
Mm.
want to go to that page. American Up on Facebook. I believe we're 200 and something thousand followers. But anyway, so I go out there to do a video that day. This was in 2021, I think. And apparently, the deported drug trafficker by the name of Oscar Ramirez, who is a
Mm.
deported drug trafficker. For those of you who don't know,
Well,
he
some will know it from him being on the Blaze or something. I think he did
Yeah,
it.
he's a deported drug trafficker at the end of the day who can't cross into America legally. Anytime that he ever has, there was who knows how he actually did it. Because I have a DHS agent friend that at the time worked at the agency. He referred me to someone else, whose identity I can't disclose, but he told me there is no record of that guy ever crossing, which means if he crossed under a different name. And I was like,
Or
oh,
someone's letting them through,
or someone's letting him just,
go in and
sneak
out.
in
It doesn't
because
seem like he stays
technically,
very long when he comes in.
exactly. He hasn't done it in a while, but um, he technically is permanently deported from entering the United or banned from
For
entering the United
drugs.
States of America because he was an official drug trafficker, whom got caught in, I believe, in 2012, then
Mhm.
got deported, and then he served 4 years in federal prison. And then he was lucky enough, honestly, let's just call him lucky enough to get deported because otherwise he would have had to spend at least 20 years in the federal prison in America. So, I mean, think about it. If you have a choice to either spend 20 years in the federal prison in America or get deported to Tijuana and get dumped on the side of the road and go buy yourself some tacos, which one would you rather do, right? So he was lucky to actually get released from prison through a plea deal, I'm sure, where he would lose
Wasn't there
his
some
residency. He was
woman
lucky he was
issue
actually,
too? An American
huh?
woman? Wasn't there some American woman issue too at the time?
Yeah,
Maybe he's
well,
trying to date or something,
oh, well, he
money
was
thing.
always actually at the time he when I first met him, he had all kinds of women that he was asking for money to in America once he started becoming known through imitating my videos. But in 2023, I believe it is, as a woman out of Bakersfield, California, not far from here, has been accusing him of embezzling $300,000
And
from
she's an
her.
American, right?
Her name is Jerry Lee Nas.
Oh,
She's
okay.
all over X. Uh, Basically complaining about him stealing from her. However, I did try
Um,
to
John wants
I
to know that Facebook page again that you mentioned that
Amer-
had 200,000.
American Up.
American Up.
Yeah.
It's spelled just that way, one word or two?
Yeah, 2 words,
Two
American
words.
Up, and it has, like I said, it has so just so you for reference, I
Right.
believe it has about 200,000 followers. Let me
Hmm.
just double check because I
What
forget.
is it? It's about the border crossings and
It's
stuff
about the
mostly.
border. It's actually an organization that I
Oh, okay.
am a co-founder of.
Hmm.
Um, one of let's see. So this might be a different one because
John lives in Texas.
this has 114,000 followers. That
Okay.
may be it. I thought
Yeah.
we had a lot more.
Well,
Anyway,
probably a lot of people have lost their accounts.
maybe we
You
started
probably
a
had 200,000. I know how that happens. Huh?
yeah. So this is we have an organization. It's founded by myself and 6 other members,
Hmm.
and oh, here's David. And so anyway, we're not very active on it,
You
but
were.
yeah. So
Because
anyhow,
Trump is doing a good job of closing that border, right?
he is. He is. I mean, even just this morning, a couple people tried crossing and they got caught, but they
Hmm.
immediately got caught. Do you guys want to see?
Hmm.
Because I can't turn my camera. I'm not sure why.
Okay.
I'm honest.
Can you
Do you?
type it? Can you type it like in a message right there?
Let me see. 1 second. I'm going to show you a page by the
Okay.
name of Carlos, who is
Okay.
very much politically involved for the left.
Okay.
Don't follow him because he already has 5 million followers. We don't
Mm.
want to give him any more
He's a
attention or views.
leftist?
He's a leftist. He's a young
Yeah, I don't
guy
want to tell him.
being used by Kamala, uh by all of them. And so anyway, he posted
Tommy
a picture.
Harris?
He posted a picture this morning of 2 migrants trying to cross, and they got caught. They definitely got caught. So let me show you. I'll try to turn my phone so I can show you guys. There was an ICE agent that took a picture with them after getting caught. Oh, right here. Let me show you. Let me see. Hold on.
I'm
They
hearing
are.
that they're cutting down a lot of the sex trafficking going over the border. They haven't totally.
What's that?
They've caught a lot of them doing the sex trafficking, I've heard.
Yeah. Can you guys see it?
It somewhat, yeah. There's two people there. They're out in the
Yeah.
field. Yep.
Yeah.
Now
And
explain what that picture is.
so that picture is basically 2 guys trying to cross this morning and
Oh, this
immediately getting
morning.
caught.
Oh, they
Yeah,
got
today.
caught.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Probably
was.
like
It looks like it's at night even there. Yeah,
it must have been at like
previous, I
three,
guess.
4 in the morning because they're trying to hide themselves.
Hmm.
This is Carlos, the one that the left is using to influence millions of Hispanics.
Trying
So
to teach
anyway,
them to hate America and that
yeah,
there's a lot of them that believe that Mexico owns most of America or some stupid thing.
yeah. So they use people like Carlos,
Hmm.
to They
Hey,
use people like Carlos
TJ.
to influence people to try to change the rhetoric, and stuff like
Mm,
that. So anyway, long story short, after all of that, is that we started getting a lot of attacks. I became very, very well known. So what happened is that I started getting invited to the White House a few months later. A lot of people that were close to the
you went
campaign.
live on my channel one time when you were there.
Yeah, and
Hey,
they
Miriam.
started reaching out to me, so because I was reaching a lot of people, and I actually did a debate with Jorge Ramos, who at the time was very influential. He's not that influential anymore. Um, and then suddenly I started getting sued because here's the thing: um,
They
I have
use
a very
lawfare.
yeah, I have a very combative personality. I will never go out and attack someone for no reason. Like I won't just reach out to someone and attack them. That's
Hmm.
not who I am. I'm the complete opposite from that. However, if someone attacks me, I take it very personal because I think that I consider myself very I think that when a bully attacks someone like me, I'm not their first victim. And I feel like they've already perhaps destroyed other people's lives. And so when they attack me, I'm like, oh no, 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 you're not going to attack me. I've noticed that people that have attacked me over the last 6 years seem to have a lot of experience when it comes to attacking people. And so what happened with me is that they ran into a wall with me. One of the guys that started attacking me, he apparently had a long criminal background. Recently lost a lawsuit against someone else for same thing. So obviously, I'm not his only victim, and these victims are not. It's not from years ago. They're actually recent victims, and so that just goes to show that even I mean, because there's a big difference between making empty accusations and actually going through a trial and actually going through a
Hmm.
court proceeding. And
Hmm.
so suddenly, I started getting attacks claiming that I stole an interview from the woman that I talked about in the beginning of this video of this show,
Hmm.
where that Amy woman, she claimed that I stole an interview from her, which was completely false. And
They just want to
suddenly
be
they started
famous, right?
then they started saying that I was hitting children, and I was
Oh,
like, what?
geez.
What? They claimed that
Let's
I
make
was
anything up.
abusing.
Who was
Yeah, they
that lady that
exactly.
was doing her daily show? And it was about you every day, just about.
Every day, every day,
Yeah, her
every
and her husband. It was, and
Then
they're the
they
board.
claimed but then they claimed they were my victims. So because
Well,
here's what
at
happened.
first they pretended to be Trump supporters, then later on they went
That is
against him.
that is exactly what happens. A lot, and even one of them that just so you guys know,
And it was
one
all
of
about
them,
raising money. They were raising money all the time.
yeah, and one of them in the recent years has
I
been
can't remember their
very,
names.
yeah, one of them in the recent years has been very, very obsessed with me. Let me show you for those of you who have seen her and know who she is, and just
Yeah, she
know
doesn't
that,
look that good.
yeah, this is one of the
I
ones that
can't
has
remember her
been
name.
this is one of the ones that has been very, very obsessed with me in the recent years.
Yeah, that's
For
her. That's her.
She's not the one that used to make the videos with her husband though. This is a different one.
Oh, okay. I thought that was her. Okay, she
Well,
looks
they kind
familiar.
of look alike. I mean,
Okay.
they're both patarajadas, but
The,
yeah,
the the
they.
the other one that was doing the videos about you was older, I think. Actually,
mm,
and didn't she
No,
have some health issues or something?
I think they both do, but this is a different one.
Okay.
But this one has been making videos about me for now, I believe. I mean, for a long time. It dates back to a long time.
Well, they
Also,
don't
this
want
is
Latinos to become conservative. That's what their goal
yeah.
is to keep
And
that
you
from
know what?
happening.
Let me tell you about this woman that I just showed you. So when she started making comments and posting, I mean, let me show you how many posts she has against me. Um, just on some of the platforms. It's like hundreds and hundreds of posts on
Hmm.
the California Republican clubs. So when I clicked on her profile, guess what it showed me? It showed me an Obama picture.
Oh,
So she
really?
was, yeah, she was
So
a
she's
huge
really an Obama supporter. Hit.
exactly.
You
So
know,
basically,
some of it's
all
they get in there and they cause division. Is what they try to do.
exactly, exactly. But then she pretended that she was a Republican because obviously
like the
nobody's
other
going to
one.
listen to a Democrat on a Republican group, right?
Yeah,
So they started pretending that she
they
was
friend some people, and then they get them fighting
yeah,
against each other.
exactly. And then this is Mary as well. You know Mary,
Yeah,
right?
I know Mary. You know,
And she started also coming
I
after
met her in
me.
D.C. that one time when she was trying to talk me into hating
Yeah,
her.
yeah, and
I said,
that's what
"I'm
she
like crazy
that,
loyal. You're not getting anywhere."
yeah, I know. That's actually what she looks like, regardless of some of the pictures that she sometimes posts. And this is what I look like, regardless of the
Makeup
pictures
or
that I
not,
post.
you don't really
The
wear
makeup.
makeup much.
No, I don't have any makeup on. I don't have any, and there is no filters on Rumble or wherever
Yeah,
platforms we are. But
yeah.
anyway, they started really coming after me. Now, we also ended up on the Dr. Phil show. For those of you who remember, I'll play a little clip for you. Let me show you. Let me turn the volume on. Hold on. Hold on
You're
one
right,
second.
Gregory. I agree with that. I'll let
Hold on one second.
Paloma read that and see if you agree.
Let me show you this. For those of
Okay.
you who remember the Dr. Phil show, if any of you watched, you say, "Well, what I meant." Hold on, let me show you. Let me get this right.
Yeah, I
You
remember
say
you being on there.
so when I show you her passport, you let me get this right. You say she's not an American. So when I show you her passport, you say, well, her picture's scary. And then you say, well, what I meant was she's not a good American. I didn't say a good American. I said, oh my gosh.
I think it's Amy, isn't it?
Please. The United States of America. That would be not a good American. Oh. And you decide that. So if you think I don't represent America properly, I'm allowed to my opinion about her, yes, because of the way that she has treated us for so 10 her months, opinion, according to her, all of the things. Her opinion, according to her, was that was not an American citizen, even though I
Hmm.
showed up with a passport.
Can you read the
Because she
screen?
claimed, huh?
Can you read the screen? I wanted to see if you agreed with Gregory.
I can't read it.
Oh, the reality is that the majority of Latinos are conservative. They just don't
And, and it's
admit to it.
true. That's why the Democrats have to keep importing people from other countries, just so you know,
They scream
because
racism to them so much that they get them to vote against the Republicans. That's what they
I
do.
I posted something the other day. I don't know if you saw it, where it said the reason why
I'm
the
not on
Democrats.
Facebook much.
Oh, okay. They said the reason why the Democrats are so upset about Latinos getting deported is because we're deporting their voting base, and it's
Yeah.
true. I mean, think about it. Why did they import
Once
so
they
many?
once Latinos have been here for a while, they become Republican more likely to.
Yeah, and so a lot of us will try to get discredited. This is
It's
like I
it's
said,
Somalians and a lot of other ones that are getting deported right now.
yeah, yeah, it's true.
Hmm.
I mean, even today,
Marianne's saying they're
Minneapolis,
Catholic.
yeah, mostly,
Oh,
well, Christian, Catholic, yeah.
oh, okay.
I wear, you guys know that I wear my rosary ring everywhere I go because I'm a Catholic myself.
All right,
We
I'll wear that.
are grown up Catholics. I'm a devout Catholic. And so a lot of times people in other countries have a very I think I can, I mean, they're tiny, 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 but I see comments popping up.
Yeah, well,
And
I put
so
it. Well, they're up in the right corner. I highlighted that one. You want me to have you read the rest of it? Can you see it or no? Down at the bottom.
it's tiny, like it's so small
Oh,
because
okay. It's on her phone.
it's at the
They
bottom
live
of the screen.
conservative, and yet they claim they are not conservative. Makes no sense. It's because they do the race card, is what they try to do, Gregory. That's how they get it. You know.
They do. And so what happened with me is that like I said, people started some of these people that I showed you started claiming that they were my victims because anytime they would attack me,
A
I
victim.
would be like, no, you're not
You
going to
got
attack
me
me. I would
laughing.
attack.
You
And so then they would start serving me with restraining orders because they claimed that they were being harassed by me. But
know.
then the first time we went to the White House, let me tell you, I I was served with four different lawsuits from not lawsuits, both three lawsuits and a criminal charge from some of these people. Everything got dismissed. It was a two in California, one in New
They
York,
wanted to
and it
cost you time and money and tie
exactly.
you up.
And, yeah, and they were documenting the whole thing. They were mocking the whole thing. What a criminal charge in New Jersey that was dismissed for being fabricated.
They
I
tried to
mean,
keep you from speaking somewhere too by
they
filing
they
one of
try to
those.
keep me from speaking at the Laguna Niguel um,
They
Chamber
had you
of
speak
Commerce.
anyways, though. They told them to go
No,
pound sand.
no, it was a Laguna Niguel Republicans Club or something, women's club. And so they really went out of their way to try to destroy my political involvement. And then it is said that some of them collaborated with well, she's a former stripper from Florida. She was dancing at a strip club in, I believe, 2013. Or, well, a police report says that she was a dancer at a strip club in, I believe,
Hey, Mr.
2013.
Fixer, we're just
Um,
saying hi.
and her name is Anna Paulina Meyerhofer, now known as Anna Paulina Luna in
Most of the people
Congress.
in the chat are going to like her. I guarantee you. I
Oh,
guarantee you.
I know it's okay. You can like her or dislike her. It doesn't take away from the fact that she was a stripper, even though
Yeah.
uh we criticize Ocasio Cortez so much for being a bartender. But like, we made history by having the first stripper ever in Congress, which is Anna Paulina Meyerhofer, and she changed her name to run for Congress, and so now she's Anna Paulina Luna. She changed her name to a Hispanic last name to, in my opinion, for branding purposes. But anyway, and so back when I first started getting attacked, it wasn't. She wasn't even running for Congress. She was doing sort of assistant work for the woman that invited me to the White House, who had an organization by the name of let me see, I think it was the RNHA or something,
Hmm.
the Republican Hispanic National Assembly or something.
Hmm.
And so she invited me to the White House because she has a lot of work and contacts over there and stuff. And I don't think at the time her assistant, Anna Paulina, now Luna, who wasn't Luna at the time, was too happy with it. And some claim that she's the one that gave a professional server and the plaintiffs my location to start this lawfare after me, against me. And
Why?
so that's when it all started, right? So, just so you know, one of them again recently lost in court against someone else for the same things. The Amy woman that I showed you from the Dr. Phil show, she moved on
Yeah, I
to
remember.
stalk other people. She
I got
was
along with Melinda, but not Amy. Those two were together
Melinda.
for a while and they split, you know.
Melinda completely walked away from all of them.
Yeah.
Uh, Melinda just kind of went her way. Melinda
As
and
she
I,
should have. Yeah.
as she should have. By the end of 2019, Melinda and I were actually like, you know what, we're not gonna be involved in this drama when we are concerned about
Hmm.
what's going on in America, right? Amy never got over it, and later on, she moved on to harass and cyberstalk other people, from what the court records say. And people I have no idea who they are. I've never even, never met them. I have no association or involvement with them. But apparently, she had a couple cases in Florida after me for cyberstalking, for stalking, for I believe for also harassment, and even possibly physically, like physical assault. And she was also raided by the police because they took her guns once a restraining order was issued against her. And the other people all moved on to have different, cases in different places. And anyway, long story short, I keep saying that, but
Hmm.
these are the type of attacks that we face now. One of them, the one I showed you on one of these pictures, she has spent the last, I believe, 6 years making up stories about me, stories that she cannot sustain before a court or even on Facebook. Forget about a court.
I don't
Uh,
understand why.
they they're just people who want to interfere with people's careers, and they're very open about it.
Hmm.
She's the one that I told you that had Obama as her profile picture
Hmm.
back when I first noticed she was attacking me, right?
Hmm.
And then she started posing as a Republican.
Yeah, there's been a couple that have done that.
Yeah.
Um,
So, I mean, that's a
Later
strategy
question: someone asked why they're fund some of the Catholics churches are funding getting all the illegals into America. But there are NGOs that are doing that, right?
because I think the reason why, and again,
Money.
this 100%. I think they're getting money from bigger, you know, interest, and then kind of funneling it through church and religious a religious
And
umbrella.
they aren't really Catholics or Christians. They've
Yeah, because
embedded themselves.
think about it. These already established churches and uh, religious organizations, why not? They're supposed to be there to help. So if you donate to them, they're able to do whatever they want with that money, technically to help, because they're not, that's their supposedly their whole purpose of
Well, it
existing.
turns out that a lot of it's sex trafficking. They're getting kids in here.
Exactly. I mean that's the problem with so much of this. You never know how you never know where this money is going to end up. You never know how they're really going to use it. There was, let me tell you, oh, I found this out yesterday. A woman was sentenced. Listen to this. This is how I got involved even before Trump ran for office. Okay. Yesterday, a woman was sentenced to 25 years in jail, I believe in Texas, for child abuse, for keeping her daughter in a closet for over a month and feeding her one corn dog and a small cup of water every day for over a month. Why?
Starving
I'm
them?
not sure. Yeah, the details of the case, I don't know. I just know that she
I
was
heard about them
sentenced to.
kids that are like 14, 15, and they had been kept by their parents and this locked in this room for
Well,
years.
let me tell you how I got involved. I got involved in 2014 because I was in LA, and I met this woman at a restaurant, and we were talking. She was from Ecuador, and she was telling me how she came from it, because there were so many Hispanics in LA. It didn't even seem like LA anymore. Again, this is before Trump even ran for office. And so I started talking to this woman. She was really nice. She was from Ecuador, and I said, um does it seem weird to you that that LA doesn't even seem like LA anymore? And she was like, yeah, I know. She was like, I migrated years ago, but she said she only had one kid. But she only brought a kid with her and didn't want to have any more, simply because she seemed like it was abusive towards America to have anymore. And so she didn't. And she said, but there's so many people here that do have so many more and use them as a business. And I said, oh my gosh, I mean, I kind of knew because I remember seeing them at like Ross or Walmart or Kmart with like 10 kids. But I was like, okay, tell me more. And she was like, yeah, well, they get like $2,000 a month for each kid.
Kid,
So they
yeah.
have a lot of them. Yeah. And they get free housing, and they get free food, and they get welfare, and they get all this stuff. Right. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is insane. Right. So she goes, but that's not the end of it. And I was like, oh my God, there's more. And she's like, yeah, they also, what they do is they rent out, like they say they get a 3-bedroom apartment, right? And they
Hmm.
have 6 kids or 7 kids.
They'll rent out
Well,
some of the
what
rooms.
they rent out the rooms, and they'll stuff like 10, like 6 children in a
Yeah,
bedroom.
tons of mattresses and stuff laying
Yep,
all over.
exactly, like bunk beds and that kind of stuff. So I was like, oh, I was like, wow, but okay,
Sort of like the
this is
Somalias making all this money for these daycares for
yep,
kids that
but
don't even exist. Do you know that they're
yeah,
not reporting any deaths in the Somali community, and they're still
yeah,
collecting welfare checks and social security checks for dead people? Their
yeah.
families are still collecting that money.
I mean, but up until that point, what she had told me was not technically illegal yet.
Hmm.
But then she goes, but you won't even believe what else is going on. I was like, oh my
You
gosh,
think it
there's
would be
more.
illegal having that many people living in those rooms,
I mean,
though?
yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it's completely, oh my God, it should be illegal. But I mean, they somehow make it work, right? But it got worse. She goes, there are some of them that are even either doing this to their own children or doing this to foster children. I was like, oh my gosh, tell me. So she says that
I think it's more than that, Gregory. What's
they were
answering?
stuffing children into the walls.
Into the walls? Oh, like to store them or live or dead or what?
kind of
Sometimes
like,
after they die, they still don't claim them after
yeah,
they die.
yeah, like keeping them there and hiding them from from
Oh, okay.
services. So when protective services came, they would be like, "Oh, they're gone. They're out. They're not here right now,"
Oh, yeah,
and
they
they
were
would
hiding them.
be there and not feed them and to save money on food, on anything, any expenses, and
Some someone over on one of the other platforms asked what you think about Trump's trying to get rid of that birthright citizenship, where women are coming across the river and having a baby, practically crossing the river to be on American
I
soil.
100% agree with it. 100%.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
I
been a scam too. Then once they come in as having a baby, they get to stay too, right?
Yeah, yeah. No, I 100% agree with that because it's what they've abused the most. They have children, right? And they only have them to use them as a business, basically. Like that's their whole reason. There is no other
Oh, they
reason.
collect a welfare check for each of them.
They collect the
EBT,
wealth.
all this and that, more
Yeah,
housing stuff, spending money, all that kind of stuff. And do you see a lot of it? Like in some of the other countries, they're sending a lot of the money remittances, or where we say send it back to their countries.
yeah, yeah. Through
Is it,
Western Union and those things.
do you see that happening there? Not as much in Mexico as it used to, right?
Oh no, it's still it happens daily. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
they're
it's changed a little with now with the Trump administration, but it happens every day.
hmm. So, have you seen a lot of people deported back to Mexico?
Yeah, there's people that are being deported or people who are self-deporting.
Yeah, more self-deporting than the other way. I think this and that. So I don't know. So where's it going with this feud you're having? Was there a
I am
solution to any of this?
coming months. I'll be filing one for one. Well, I mean, I will be filing a few lawsuits, but one of the lawsuits I'll be filing for. We're looking at close to $2 million for one of the women because this is one of the reasons why I wanted to come on. I was just recently reading. This is something I had never seen until the recent days,
I
and
gotta
maybe
meet you in PA or DC or something again next time, so
I
we can do
know.
lunch together or something like that. She's
Yeah,
got me eating in the right way. She's
I
good
know.
on eating
I
the
take
right
to
way,
the best places to eat the right way.
the right
Um,
type of food too.
but you like the
Oh
food
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah. You're
was
right.
good.
Stay off the ice
So
cream.
I recently saw some of this woman's slander or libel against me on the groups that she posted. Let me just show you how
Okay.
much of it there is. It's
Mhm.
there's just so much. It's like never ending. Look at all of that.
Oh man, way
Yeah.
too small
And
for us to see.
let
I
me
can see
just
her
give you
picture.
guys some background on this because I
Okay.
think this is very important.
Hmm.
This is a woman who just makes stuff up. Like, for example, she claims that I collected money
So
and
she's
it,
supposed to be a Republican, right?
well, no, it's the one that had Biden as her
Oh, okay, that one. Okay.
Obama as her profile picture, but then she
But she
started
was
posting it.
pretending to be a Republican for a while, wasn't she?
She still is. She still pretends now that she's a Republican.
Okay.
But I mean, accusing me of
So
some
watch someone fighting with you
horrendous,
might not be really a Republican.
yeah,
People out there.
accusing me of very horrendous things that she could never prove before a court. She could never prove any of this, and some of them are what they claim. They're the damages are inherent, which means, and here's a message out to people. If you have any advice for me as far as how to go after these people for doing what they've done, such as these hundreds of posts and slanderous claims and things that they would never ever be able to prove, reach out to me, let me know, give me advice, because all these people should be brought to justice. Here's one where she directly accuses me of fraud. Look at this, for no reason, just because she's just obsessed with me. I mean, you could read the word fraud, do you see it?
Yeah.
But she can't prove any of it because it's just not true. So and and making a lot of direct accusations and claims. And so yeah, we're going to court, and I've been told that I could sue her directly in the state of in California. This is something
Oh,
that if
what's your odds
anyone
in California though? They have real liberal judges.
correct,
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter. This is not liberal. I mean, she claims to be a Trump supporter. So
Oh, okay.
anyway, anyway, Um, reach out to me if anybody has more advice you'd like to give me regarding these people, slander, defamation, lawfare, and everything else. Because none of these statements, I mean, she accuses me of some horrendous things. And
Well, some
even,
in chat are talking about their own things that they've gone through a bit, similar stuff.
yeah, yeah. If you have any advice, go to my page on Facebook, Paloma for Trump um, like I said, on Facebook, or reach out to me or at Paloma for Trump, FOR Trump at Gmail,
Hmm.
and share your advice with me or your experiences or anything that you would like for me to know because again, these people have they I mean, some of them have already faced justice, just so you know. One of them already lost in court in the recent months,
Hmm.
and there's
Against
more
you?
coming against another person
Oh,
whom
okay. So they got the same
was
issue
also
with
a
other
victim.
people too. Okay. So,
No, and against another person who was also a victim. Same
okay.
thing, same MO, same everything. They lost
Hmm.
in court again. I mean, the way they by MO, I mean the way that person used to attack me and stuff like that. Same everything. And so I already filed a lawsuit last year, but it was only for small claims. I mean, that was nothing.
Hmm.
And that
Did
was
you win
only
that one or
no. What happened is the judge advised for me to
change it?
file it directly in her state, and the reason why is because they said when you win, you will not be able to collect here. So I said okay, or
Yeah,
it'll be
small
hard for
claims,
me.
it's real hard to collect in. I've done
Yeah,
that with my
yeah,
business before.
yeah. When it's a bigger judgment, then that's a lot easier, and you have there's ways to collect the judgment or to recover any judgment if if it's for for a much bigger amount in a different state. But
I'll ask. Someone asked
so
if you still sell clothing and hats.
I do not sell hats anymore or
Okay.
sweatshirts.
Okay.
As far as Trump, I
Okay.
I don't know if you guys know that I go to a uh, fashion institute of technology in New York City, right? So I've
Correct me. I don't know the solution to that.
my whole
Oh,
focus has for many years been merchandising of clothing, which is what I was doing with the Trump hats. But right now, I'm starting a brand new website and a brand new business, and but it's not politically. It's not it's not involving anything political. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you that I'll be filing this lawsuit for I mean I'll be filing a few different ones. We're looking at least four against four different people. But especially this one where her claims have been so extremely they've been so egregious, they've been so grave, they've been so damaging, and
well,
so
I'm sure
false.
she did. No, I was
Huh?
talking to someone in chat. They asked him if you recorded and documented all this.
Everything, everything, everything,
I was
everything.
answering someone in chat.
I literally have, I believe, just from this woman alone, probably about 7,000
You're right,
um,
John.
files just from this woman alone. Which I think what I'm going to do is narrow it down to the most important and most uh, even though I'd like to show a pattern of her obsession, because she's not only gone after me, she's gone after myself, she's gone after my family, she's gone after my friends, she's gone after even people in the Trump campaign, she's gone after a DHS agent that Jerry and I interviewed about no, about 6 months ago. We interviewed a DHS agent,
Yeah,
maybe a little bit, and so she
he
flipped
was
out
a friend of
so
yours,
much.
actually, wasn't he?
He's a good friend of mine, and because
Yeah.
we interviewed him, we had him on this a show just like this one.
Hmm.
She started attacking him. I mean, attacking him, calling him ugly, calling him old, calling him stupid, calling him all kinds of things,
To
just
me, I
because
ignore that stuff, but
yeah.
if you let
I
it get
mean,
to you.
because this was someone, and technically that's not slander. I guess it's just harassment, whatever. But just harassment against the DHS
When
agent.
I
But
started sporting you, I was getting attacked a lot, and I ignored it
yeah, of
all.
course, same
Eventually, if
people.
you ignore it long enough, it goes away.
No, not with me. Not with
Yeah.
me. It doesn't go away with me. But to be honest with you,
What they try to do is report your pages and get them taken down, is what they try to do too.
exactly. They probably took a couple of your pages down because they're
Yeah.
just obsessed.
Yeah. I lost Facebook and YouTube. I've got them both back now, but I lost all the following on those two things. That's why I branched out to so many other things. So, go
Yeah.
ahead. Anyways, remember the
So,
one time I had you come on? I said, "Come on! I know they're going to take this channel down." You had like 187,000 on there on YouTube, and,
oh my gosh.
yeah, remember I asked you, "You better come on," because I know within 48 hours or something they'll have that page down because that's what they're doing to me. I was on channel 20, True Conservatives 20. I'm on like 24 now or and 25.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but these are some of the things that we have to deal with as far as political activism
some of them are
is
fake.
concerned.
Some of them are
What's
real
that?
fakes. Some of them are real fakes.
They are. They really are. They really are. You know, they really are. They all they're trying to really do is cause problems because they are miserable. They are bitter, which is something that I notice a lot about these people. They're miserable, they're bitter, it seems to me like they don't have anything better to do with their lives. But it also seems to me that all of this is going to go on for as long as we don't make them take responsibility for what they've done. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And so that's what it seems like to me. As soon as they start being held accountable for what they've done, they're going to realize that it was a huge mistake on their part. Huge mistake.
I'll ask you.
So,
So, somebody asked you about the whole episode with Kristen W. and how close you were with her and all that. Uh, what
Kristen
happened with
W.
her?
and I were extremely close.
Well, what happened
Um,
with her exactly? They know she died, but all the
oh, it
details
was horrible. So apparently,
and
okay,
why
so
and
this is what supposedly happened, just so you guys understand. This is my understanding of the whole thing. The people that were coming after me started harassing her and calling her fat, ugly, blah blah
she was
blah.
against the jab, and they hated that she was against the jab, right?
Yeah. So what she got was that she got a medical procedure done. And like something
Facelift
for
type thing or
to
something.
look back. Yeah, I'm not really sure. No, it's something about her body.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not really sure what that was, to be honest with you. I'm not really sure
Mm-hmm.
what that was. So during that procedure, she got an infection. Obviously, you guys know that at the time the whole COVID thing.
And she had to travel or fly or something too, right?
Exactly. She started getting really sick when she was still in Florida. And we had a party together. We were supposed to be
If she'd
attending a
stayed
party
there, she
together.
probably would have survived okay, right? She went to
Yeah,
California.
I mean, I don't know that she would have survived, but I think her chances would have been better to fight it.
Well, they wouldn't even let you see her or talk to her or
They
anything
wouldn't even let me see her
in
or talk to her.
California.
The last time I talked to her was she picked up the phone from the hospital. I was supposed to meet her that night at a what do you call it? At a um
Dinner, I
party, a
think.
New
Yeah,
Year's Eve party in Hollywood, California.
yeah. She was supposed to
And
speak or something. I thought
no, it
you
was just
both
a
of you.
party. It was just a no, it
Oh,
was a
okay,
regular party. It was
okay.
not political in any way. It was her friend who was a designer, her friend.
I was wondering why she
And
went on the trip when she was a little bit sick before she left. Because the worst place she
yeah,
could be at that time was in a California hospital.
yeah. And so what happened is that she started getting really, really sick and and um they wouldn't even let her get on the phone anymore. And I was talking to her and they wouldn't even let me really talk to her anymore. It was horrible because all I wanted was to find out where she was. The nurses kept me from finding out where she was. And I was really upset. I was
They
like,
took her phone from her too, so she couldn't reach out to anyone, right?
they did. They did. And they
And they
basically,
gave her the jab while she was in there, I believe, right?
yeah, basically it was the protocol that they used on so many people that eventually killed so many people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So she was definitely a true conservative and was doing shows, and some people didn't like that.
Yeah, I know. It was horrible, but this is what we go through, guys. I just wanted to let you know. And if you see any attacks out there, I don't think I've seen any attack that they could actually prove before a court. You guys saw this Amy woman on the Dr. Phil show claiming that according to her, I was not an American citizen, obviously being ridiculed on national television because
Only a
Dr.
few in
Phil, who,
chat knew who you were talking about, so she's gone by the wayside. She doesn't even do that stuff, anymore, right? Amy doesn't do
yeah,
any of that.
no, I don't think so. She's not public anymore that I know of right
Yeah.
now. I mean, she will forever be public. She's just not active right now because
Well, to me, she
I
was
don't.
looking to make money off from the whole thing. In fact, didn't she
Yeah,
have a donation thing and this and that?
she
They took
did.
in a lot
She
of
did.
money, and then found out that she was embezzling it or taking it instead of it going to the cause. I forgot what
Yeah,
it was
she was
for.
going through. Apparently, she was exposed by Melinda for going
Money
through
disappearing.
mail, going through mail and taking people's checks or something directly from
Hmm.
the mail.
Hmm. Well, yeah, and she was raising money and donating so she could go live on the border and this and that and stuff. I don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah, it
It was
was.
messed up, really.
Yeah,
Well, the both
yeah.
of you
That's
blew that up.
yeah. A lot of them will do that. You know, a lot of them will just do it to raise money. And then they started attacking me about my dog shelter and just making stuff up. You know,
Yeah.
so
Maybe you should tell everyone about your dog shelter. You have like at
I
sometimes you've
have
had
a
like
yeah, I have a
100
dog.
dogs
I've always had a dog shelter. I started rescuing when I was about, oh my God, I was a little kid, you know,
and
just
cats.
dogs and cats, yeah. And so we have a dedicated dog shelter, and then we also have a lot of dogs that are at the house at my family house in Tijuana, and then we also have more dogs in Mexico City. And so, anyway, we have a lot of dogs. We rescue. We have right now 50, I think 56 now.
Someone asked about adopting them. You don't adopt them very far from
We
you, right?
do. Yeah, they're all, most of them, maybe with the exception of like four or five, they're all up for adoption.
You
And
can
I have a
find her
Facebook.
on Facebook. You can find her on
It's
Facebook.
Animal Rescue by Paloma on Facebook. And if
Animal
you go
Rescue
Animal Rescue by
Rescue
Paloma, yeah,
by
yeah.
Paloma. Okay.
Yeah, if you go on there, you send me a message,
Mhm.
and inquire
It
inquire.
takes her a minute to see him. She gets so many messages. Believe me,
Yeah, I mean, I do, but the animal page I check a lot more because it's
it's
not as
important.
many. The
Hmm.
political pages sometimes become a little too much, but the animal page it's a little less and a lot more serious. So it's because the thing
I've
about
seen
the
some pretty sick dogs you brought back to health, so
oh
you've
my
done a good
gosh,
job.
yeah,
Some of them I thought they were close to death, and you brought them back. So, and it's
yeah. Let
cost
me
you some money getting them vet bills and stuff. I'm
Yeah, let me
sure.
show you what the page looks like. One second.
Okay,
That's what the page looks like.
yeah, and you found a lot of homes for a lot of them. So
Let me tell you, in the last 5 years, it's been probably about close to 30. So that's a
30,
lot.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's a
I
lot
know
of
there's
work.
been times when you've had close to 100 dogs, haven't you?
I mean, altogether, we've rescued probably close to 200, um, but right now, and are at our shelters, I believe have 56.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot to take care of. I know you had to build some facilities for them, all this and that. I did
Yeah,
remember going
because
through that.
apparently these people, that ones that come after me that claims they are my victims, they claim that they sent the cartel to have us evicted from our last shelter. And I do believe that it's true that they did that because they actually did. So, while at the same time claiming they are my victim's son at a court or whatever, you know. And so anyway, I just wanted to sh- to sort of share with you how bad this can get. I mean, even this woman. Let
Well,
me
they
show you
started
this
going after
video.
your dog shelter. I don't see what the dog shelter connected to you wise. Why they have to? They're
Because
vindictive if they're doing that.
they will. The reason why is because they will come after any aspect of your life. Like I announced, I am starting a well, I'm not starting it. I already have a clothing website, right?
Hmm.
And today they're posting that they're going to go after it and whatever. But the bottom line is that they're a bunch of losers. They're a bunch of
You need to get a
impotent.
life.
They need to get a life. Though when we go to court, it's going to be a lot different than just getting a life. They're going to have to pay for what they've done, because,
Okay.
like I said, they can't really prove anything. And that let me play a video for you. This
Okay.
is going to be really interesting for you guys to watch. And the reason why I say it's interesting is because this woman, while she was making this video, she claimed that she was my victim, but she was stalking me outside of a church in San Diego, California. So let me show you. Hold
I
on.
think you were supposed to speak there at the church. I think, right?
I no, I was. I spoke at the church. I
Yeah, they
wasn't
tried to
supposed to
stop
speak.
it.
And while I was speaking, she was outside after getting thrown out by security. Um, and hold on, let me find it. Oh, right here. Let me see. Here's one post. But I want to play the video for you guys to see it. It's a little disturbing to say the least. Let me
Okay.
turn the camera around and for
A
you to
little
see it.
background. What's it about? A dog thing, or
She has a
Hold
restraining
on.
order there.
I'll tell you what it's about. Hold on. So basically what it's about the woman, one of these women that claims she's a victim of mine, showing up at one of the events where I'm a speaker, where we
hmm
have over I believe 600 people as an audience at a church, at a beautiful church in Chula Vista, California. And
hmm
she showed up claiming she was afraid of me. Therefore, that's why she drove 100 miles there, because
yeah,
she's afraid of me. And she was telling everyone that she was afraid of
yeah.
me to
One of
serve
those
me
ones
with a
where she gets a
restraining.
restraining order against you, then try to go wherever you are, drive you
Yeah,
out of
exactly, exactly. So
there.
let me show you. That's what it's about. She gets thrown out by private security for acting erratic and confronting people,
Hmm.
and behaving like a maniac, and throwing papers in people's faces. But watch this. Okay, watch this.
Hey
Hold
guys,
on.
she shows you she has a restraining order there.
A little higher, a little
What is
higher.
your name? What is your name, sir? What is your name,
There
sir?
you go.
The guards, I'm being escorted to Lexus. You see, the both of the security guys are smiling. I was talking to the guy that started Lexus, and I wanted to show him something about some post about the man he's just on the he's been harassing me. I'll put it on you. He's been harassing me.
She claims, let me stop it for a second.
Hmm.
She's telling the security guards that the reason why she's there is because I'm a speaker and I've been harassing her. So she wants everyone to know that I've been harassing her, which is
hmm
why she drove there with a restraining order, because according to her, I've been harassing her. And
What was
the
the
security guard,
harassment? You made a post about her or something? You lost it
no,
for a second.
what happened is that she started making videos about me, and I
Oh,
started talking back, and they don't like it when you talk back. If you
respond.
talk
Yeah.
if you respond, they go crazy, because remember that they like to control the rhetoric. They like to shame you and make you afraid of talking back. So whenever you do talk back, they go crazy because they lose control over how people see you, how people perceive you, the image people have of you, and it drives them crazy. So then she was harassing the what do you call it? She was harassing the security guards that I requested, and they were like, we don't care if she's harassing you. You take that up somewhere else. This is the
Hmm.
wrong place. So let me continue playing that for you. Hold on.
Okay. That looks like Mary, actually.
I'm just listening to the event because I got kicked out, but you can hear up here. There's speakers.
That's weird.
There's speakers up here, so I can hear the event. I think it's over.
She got thrown out of the event by security, and she's outside stalking me. She
Waiting for you
sat
to come
there for
out.
she sat there for 3 hours. And keep in mind, at this point, she had already had someone serve me with a restraining order.
Yeah.
She's outside stalking me first, just walking around, then sitting in a car. Keep watching. Let me show you. Hold on, let me show you.
It's over. Everybody's leaving. Okay, well, I had my camera on because she's
She
supposedly
wasn't
wanted to talk
invited
to
there.
me. He had me kicked out.
She wasn't invited there like you were.
And I just seen her walking around with a camera. She told security that she wants to talk to me. So I have to videotape this because they called the cops. I'm sitting in here with Jasmine and my babysitter and her daughter. And the cops are right there. They called the cops on me. And they called the cops on me.
I called the cops because
You
she
needed
was
to get out of there.
she she was waiting for me so I would violate the restraining order and go to jail.
Yeah.
Mary is so dumb. This is what a dumb criminal Mary is. And she documents herself doing it. I mean, and it may fly with her stupid friends on Facebook, but
You're right, Colin.
seen
I was agreeing with someone in chat.
when this is all seen before a court, this is not going to work out well for Mary. It has never been seen before a court. You could see her granddaughter chewing on bubble wrap. Her granddaughter's her granddaughter is disabled and a disabled adult, unable to walk. Just so you guys understand, unable to walk, uses a wheelchair, doesn't even can't speak, walk. She's nonverbal. She's unable to take care of herself in any way, shape, or form. Just so you understand. And Mary had her there stalking me with her,
Yeah.
claiming that they were victims of mine. They were so afraid of me that they were waiting for me in a car. They were waiting for me to come out. And
They were
three
trying
and
to
a
set
half hours
you up. They were trying to set you up. Because
to
they
go to
weren't
jail.
invited. You were invited, not them.
Right. No, I was a speaker. I wasn't invited. I was a
Yeah, that's
speaker.
what
I
I
was
mean by you being
one of the
invited.
organizers. I was one of the
Yeah.
one of the people that made it all happen.
So
So,
they happened more than once. They tried to set you up on getting you on
oh
your
yeah.
restraining
Oh
order.
yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 And just so you know, Mary's best friends with Amy, the one from the Dr. Phil show.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now they're all friends with the woman making all these disgusting posts about me, claiming that that I am a fraud and this and that and all this stuff. And then also continuing that
Don't they have
rhetoric of
something else better to do?
exactly. And they're also friends with the guy that just recently lost a case for the same thing, right? So they're all a criminal organization. And Melinda actually exposed them all for being related and
Can can
associated.
can you see that comment by his actual name's Colin, but it depends on which platform he's in. They either go crazy to call you a racist. That's when they've lost. They know they've lost the argument.
Well, with me, they've been trying to come up with all kinds of stories that are simply not true. But anyway, I told you this would be our closing. I don't
Yep.
want to
Okay.
bombard people with too much information, but
Okay.
just so you guys know, we're going to court
How
and
soon?
they have no way of proving any of their allegations. And this restraining order here that she petitioned against me, just so you know, it was dismissed for
Several
lack
times
of
you've had
merit.
stuff dismissed by your. I didn't
Yeah,
one of the judges laugh the thing out of court or something.
yeah, it was dismissed for lack of merit, and not only that, but she got caught committing perjury.
Oh, well, should be fined and go to
She
jail.
should have been charged and with contempt of court. She wasn't. I think the judge felt this was such a joke, but I don't think anyone committing perjury it should be considered a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, I gotta run, guys, and I really want
If
to
you don't
thank
charge
Jerry.
them, they'll keep doing it. You know.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. They got to face the consequences and be held accountable. I want to thank Jerry for taking the time to
Oh, let you get it out there. Gregory was going
yeah,
to come on
yeah,
for the
yeah.
last
Because
part of it. I didn't see him
here's the
joining
reason
here.
why.
Huh?
Here's the reason why. I have never seen the disgusting because there's a lot of videos that they've made, but I haven't seen them all. But the even just the written statements is a little easier. It's a little faster to go through them.
Mhm.
And I had never seen the disgusting accusations made against me by some of
Oh,
these
you're
people
trying, Gregory. Gregory was
that are
trying to
so
join us a little
nefarious.
bit.
That they're so nefarious. They are so they are just so rotten, so evil, and so false that again they will be all brought up before a court in the coming months, and I will keep you updated, especially as I get started and everything else, because I think all these people should be held accountable for their crimes.
Yeah. How soon is it all happening?
It'll be happening in the next few months, probably no more than four
Okay.
months at the most.
Keep me apprised. And I'll say
Of
I'll
course.
be rooting for you for certainly. If you need to come on, let me know if
Okay,
it
cool.
helps at all. And this and that.
Yeah.
A lot of people like that. They say you should run again, but I don't know. I would run in an area that you'd have a better shot than California right now. When they have voter ID, you have a better shot. That's for sure. Uh,
Yeah,
but
absolutely. I'll
PA,
be
you
back.
might have a chance in PA actually. PA is
I'll be
very
back in
conservative.
politics this year because that's what they wanted to prevent. And one of them is on tape saying that she will do whatever it takes to keep me out of politics, which shows malice as far as her defamation, and it shows a clear motive of what she's trying to do. She'll end up with
Too
everything
bad you
against
can't
her.
get the messages between them. That would really show a lot.
To be honest with you, she's been so explicit
She
that we
does it
don't
public,
really.
huh?
She does it all publicly. She pretty much she even has a video claiming that she's going to pull me out of school because she's so jealous of me going to school.
Yeah. You
Because
got a lot of
honestly,
degrees, even more than what I can. Yeah, and someone in the chat said, do you speak Spanish?" I said, yeah. I was going to
of
say that,
course I do. Yes, of
but
course I do.
perfect Spanish
Hablo
because your English is
hablo
so good.
hablo perfectamente español, perfectamente.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, uh, yeah, so some people are new on some of the other platforms that are
Oh, okay,
going.
okay. Well, if
Yeah,
there's
I'm on
any
something new
attorneys
called
out there,
PAX, PAX, PAX. Uh, I, I forgot exactly how to spell it, but anyways, it's kind of new.
if there's
So,
any attorneys out there, any legal advice that anybody wants to give me without even just disclosing your actual identity, for
or
if you
anyone
don't
that's
want to,
been through it, that kind of stuff,
or
you
anyone
know.
that's been through it, exactly, anyone who's already familiar with this, let me know. I've done a
What
lot
is
of
this, a
research.
defamation case, or what is it exactly? Then it's going to
Yeah,
be.
yeah, definitely defamation. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Okay, maybe
yeah,
some other people have been through it
yeah,
that can give you
yeah.
advice other than saying they hate the stuff, the whole fighting online crap. I try to stay out of it. I try to, but I'm like crazy loyal. I'm like crazy loyal. FYI.
Yeah, and I know
Anyway,
they've gone from person to person, such as they did with you in DC.
yeah, I try to.
They tried. And so,
Yeah,
but thankfully, they haven't just done that. They've also done it.
if they can't get you,
Um,
then they attack you
yeah,
publicly.
exactly. And not most of them, but all of them, I've rejected in some way. Whether it be that nasty man and his, advances, which he's known for doing that, or the woman like Mary. I didn't want to be friends with her anymore. In fact, I have a video from Melinda where she clearly states that when we were in court, I showed her messages where I didn't do anything to Mary. The only thing I did was tell Mary
Hey
that
guys,
I didn't want to be friends with her because
Mhm.
that was my right. The only reason why Mary and I were ever friends was because
Well,
of
they
our
turned
political
on Melinda
involvement.
later, right?
Yeah, we were only friends because of our political involvement. We really had
Hmm.
no other reason for being friends.
And from the same
So
area.
yeah, so one day I said, I really don't want anything to do with you. I don't feel comfortable around you, and I don't want to be around you. Oh my God! After that, she went crazy and started slandering me, slandering me. I mean, it was crazy. She's
Hmm.
not a, and I just don't feel like she's a person who's completely sane. You know. I mean, if somebody doesn't want to be my
Hmm.
friend, I'll just say, okay, well, whatever. I'll walk away and then I won't talk to you anymore, you know? But she literally went crazy. And then she claimed that I was harassing her. And Melinda was very honest. And she went on a live video and said, Mary is lying. I saw the messages between Mary and Paloma. And all that Paloma did was tell Mary that she didn't want to be friends with her anymore. And after that, Mary became very upset and started becoming obsessed with Paloma.
Did you
And
ever try to make up and be friends again? Did that ever try to
no,
happen?
you can't be friends with people like that. It's
Okay.
just
I was wondering if there was ever one of you tried to talk to the other.
we never friends. We were basically politically involved, politically related. But I mean, these people are crazy. Let me show you what Melinda said about Amy and what, or not Amy, but about Mary. I always get them too confused because they are so related. That I think it's very important to hear. The reason why I think it's so important to hear is um because it tells you a lot about Mary's character. Melinda went to court and Mary lied about Melinda a lot, and she's right. Melinda really made a good point saying that Amy or Mary, I get them confused because they're basically the same person. That she was a liar and she committed perjury, and she was like, she's so good at lying before the judges and before a court um that you know that it's scary. And I thought the same way. I felt the same way. I remember watching her in court and thinking, oh my god, this woman is such a liar. Someone who's willing to commit perjury like that and without any remorse or regard, like, why would you want to be friends with her? Since you're asking why I wouldn't be friends with her, oh my
Hmm.
god, she's such a liar. I would never. I mean, I don't know what else she's capable of. So yeah, I would never want to be friends with her, you know?
Hmm.
Um, let me I'm trying to find the video so I can play it for you guys. Where Melinda, whom I was also on the Dr. Phil show with, states that Mary was in court against her and that she got up on that stand and she was such a liar, and that makes herself sound so believable even though she's lying, you know?
Hmm.
And that's when because she was actually testifying for me. And that's when I knew. I said, you know what? Someone that can lie like that to a judge, to me, is very dangerous. Someone who's willing to commit perjury, because she was telling the judge that she knew me for many years and I was like her daughter. And I was like, no, I'm not. I just met you like last year, a few months ago. This is weird. Listen to this, okay?
Up for Paloma and bash.
Listen to this. Hold on.
I mean, Mary got up on that stand, you can ask me, and the biggest actress I ever seen in my life. Like, if I didn't know myself, I would have believed her. Master manipulator. Master manipulator. Okay. If I didn't know myself and she was talking about me, I was like, I would have believed her. You know, I would have totally believed her. And she told the judge some dirty, rotten things that she made up about myself and about Amy. You know, and I mean, me and Amy were getting reprimanded by the judge because we were sitting there with our mouths open, like, who is this? Who are you? Who are you? I didn't even know Mary's name until she got up there. Okay, and let me tell you where it went from there to my name and any
Sorry.
of interviews that she's doing with me. She won't say both of our. She won't say me or Amy's name, but yeah, testimony, right? She won't say our names, but I'm the person that she took a picture with. Okay, I'm the person she took a picture with at a GOP conference down in Upland, Riverside County, Upland. We went to a GOP meeting, and she walked up to me at first. She saw me out in the lobby of the hotel, and she walked up to me and was like, "Oh, where do I park the car at?" Like, technically, she didn't know who I was. And I turned around to her. I was like, "Really, Mary? You don't know who I am? You testified against me in court, and you're gonna walk up to my face right now and act like you don't know who I am, right?" You know, and I walked away from her over and over again, and I kept telling Amy, Mary keeps walking up to me now and trying to talk to me. You know, she keeps walking up to me trying to talk to me. Finally, she walked up to me, and I gave her my ears, and I want to apologize to you. I'm sorry for what Paloma has been doing to you. It's not me. We'll go back and read you guys' comments because I can't read them.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, just wait, Heather, about So yeah, we're gonna get to Barbie too. But she's like, I just want to apologize, for all the stuff that Paloma has did to you, and you have never done anything wrong to me.
It's almost over. Just keep on watching.
Adults about this. I'm like, all right, fine. I took the apology, fine, and we took a picture together. Okay, and along with everybody else's picture, I took tons of pictures that day. I posted her picture too. I didn't post it like, oh, look, Paloma, look at your picture with me. I posted everybody's picture from that conference that day. Okay. And I'm going to tell you why I know this for a fact. This is not hearsay. This is not screenshots. I'm going to tell you why I know this for a fact. The last court hearing that me and Paloma had, okay, we got to sit. We were the last people in court, so we got to sit there, and the judge made me and Paloma sit and communicate and come up with some kind of mutual agreement between each other, right? So during the time that we had to sit there with each other, part of the things that we talked about was Mary. And Paloma got out her phone, okay, in the hallway, and she showed me the messages that she had with Mary. She
That
told
sounds
Mary,
like Melinda speaking, I think.
Yes.
And it was because of the picture that Mary took. Okay, so Paloma cut ties with her right then and there. It didn't go on any further than that. Paloma cut ties with
So
her.
basically, this all started because of people talking behind other people's backs.
So basically, it all started because I rejected being Mary's friend. I said, no, Mary. No means no. I don't want to be your friend. I don't trust you. I saw you commit perjury before a court. And if you have the ability to commit perjury that way, I
Can you
just I don't
can
feel
you see
comfortable
that
around you.
comment on the screen or no?
What does it say?
The deep state has bought and paid for this woman who is doing this against her. This is
I
her
mean,
job.
I wouldn't doubt if she's been getting paid by someone. I don't know how
Planned
much.
troll. This woman's a planned troll, some people are saying. No?
Maybe she's a you know.
Trying to
Anyway,
cause division. Yeah. You probably got to
yeah,
run, right?
yeah, I gotta run. We've been on for almost 2 hours. I have a million things to do. I really
I
appreciate
know.
everyone watching and paying attention to all of this. And I
Gregory will
will
talk tomorrow. Gregory wanted to pop in near the end there. So he couldn't get on.
I will keep you informed with everything going on with the court.
Someone's
And
asking when did they show up? When did she show up? You guys knew each other a little bit before that, right?
Melinda?
No, not Melinda. Mary.
Oh no, I met her about a few months before that, about 8 months or something.
Yeah,
Apparently
she
she
was
had been
wondering how this all started, how she got involved with
It
you, and then
started because I met her at a premiere that we hosted together, and but apparently she for 2 years prior to that she had already been watching me on social media. And
oh, okay.
Mary, from what I understand, has this reputation of wanting to recruit people to do her job. I don't know if she still is, but she was a caregiver for the state of California. So what she does, or she used to do, is that I don't know if she still does it. She takes money from the
Because
state of
Gregory
California.
Gregory thinks that that woman was a plant to take you down.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if she was a plant, but her intent has definitely been to take me down. She used to take money from the state of California, or still does, as a caregiver, and then she wanted to hire other people for less, and so she wouldn't have to do the work, and leave her patients, in this case, her granddaughter, her adult granddaughter, in the hands of someone else, pay them, pennies on the dollar, and then go out and travel, which is illegal to do because if she gets hired to do it, she has to do the job. She can't just pass it on to someone else.
Yeah, she
And
was stalking her. Someone asked him if they were stalking you. Yeah, they were
yeah,
stalking you.
yeah, yeah.
So
They were so apparently she had been let's just say watching me for a couple years, and she probably laid eyes on me as far as me becoming sort of her, you know, I'm going to say her
she
victim when it
she
comes
had
to
something to do with Republican donors and money, right? No,
Amy did. Mary did
Amy.
not. Amy did. Yeah.
Oh, Amy did. Oh, okay.
Amy and Mary are I'm just gonna
Close.
say really good friends. Yeah,
Well,
one of them is
Amy's the
Mary
one that.
introduced me to Amy, so I know they were good friends, and I know their friendship dates back like 20 years. That's not
Oh
new.
wow. Oh, that
Yeah,
Amy was also the one that was taking a lot of that money that was being donated, though, right?
Well, that's I can't speak on that because all we can really go by is what we saw on that video, on that live video. You guys saw,
with
remember that?
Melinda.
You
Melinda's ratted
Melinda,
her out.
there's
Yeah.
a video on YouTube called "Exposing Amy Sutton for Her Crimes." It's a channel. It's there if you want to go watch it. Exposing Amy Sutton for Her Crimes.
I want to say hijacking. Okay, I'll have her read it later, Gregory. So there's comments coming in still. So
I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for everything.
yeah, she
And
wanted to air it out. So I didn't know exactly the topic. I just had her come on. This and that. Gregory,
well,
we'll try
it's
to get it so you can come on tomorrow. Okay, Gregory. So he wanted to pop on with you at the end here. So
okay.
yeah, he was going to ask questions about saying it was interesting. She was stalking you, all that kind of stuff, and that.
Yeah,
So
and defaming me more than
he
anything with
he's a
things.
truck driver that drives out that way, out in like Arizona and stuff like that. He won't go into
Oh, okay.
California now because of Newsom and all the rules that changed on the truckers and this and that. That's ridiculous. So he used to drive out there. So
Okay.
yeah. All right. Long story short, get some sleep. You look like it's catching up with you. I know you don't sleep often. You do cat naps, small naps all
I
the
know.
time.
No, this morning I woke up super early, then I went back to sleep, and I have to get up and do a bunch of things, and then I'm going to go back to sleep, and I start school tomorrow, so I'm excited.
He's on his way to Campton tomorrow. Where's that? What? I'll find out later. All right. God bless. Take care. Big hugs.
Thank you
All
for
right.
having me on,
Let
and
me know
thank you
next time
everyone
you're
for
up in my
watching.
area. We'll go do something together. Okay.
Absolutely. Should be
Uh,
soon.
all right. Take care. Bye bye.
I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Let me.